Daddy born poor, mama was too. Walking through the snow, plastic bags on their shoes. Papa selling houses, sleeping in a car. 4 babies in the backseat, underneath the stars. Well, hey, hey, just work a little harder. Hey, hey, punching that clock with work and prayer and a little bit of luck. Make so much money, need a 10-ton truck. Ha, 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 ha.
Good evening, everyone. Paul McMann here with Forex Smart Trade. So glad you could be with me today here at Forex Smart Trade. Our mission is to help you become financially independent, and we do that by teaching you how to currency trade with our highly accurate and proprietary trading tools. And we have a number of different trading strategies. We encourage you to, if you haven't already, to try our trial to see a 14-day trial for $10 to see if to get a little sampling as to how it works and how good they are. The strategy I'll be using tonight is something called the 10-point trade. It is a little bit more advanced strategy. It is the strategy that I principally trade off of, but one of the great things about the program is once you've entered it, we will come up with a trade plan just for you that fits your risk preferences and the way you like to trade. So with that, let's get into it. We need to first listen to this guy.
Due to federal and state regulations, we are providing the following disclosure. Please stay tuned, as this will take less than a minute. Foreign exchange, futures, and cryptocurrency trading are highly risky, and you can lose all the money you invest should you decide to engage in live trading. We are not responsible for your investment, trading, or tax decisions. We are not licensed financial advisors, traders, accountants, stockbrokers, or attorneys. We are not licensed commodities brokers and do not engage in or facilitate commodities transactions. We are not an introducing broker, and we make no recommendation as to where you should invest or what broker you should trade with. As you apply what you learn, we recommend you seek advice from licensed professionals. Any trade results that we show should not be considered typical of our students. We do not and cannot track the results or performance of our students' private trading accounts. We do not know what a typical or average student earns or loses trading. This is not a get-rich-quick program, guaranteed system, or business opportunity. We sell training and trading tools. We make no promises our training or tools will generate future income for students, and you may not make your investment back, including your investment in this training. Any redistribution or recording of this material is strictly prohibited without advance written permission.
One of the great things about the program is we operate a little bit like a trade school. We've got specific tools, we've got specific strategies, and we want you to see how well everything works. And while you're learning, we want to kind of give you a foundation that you can grow against. So we do these live trades like I'm doing tonight, whereby a trader like me comes online. They do their analysis, so it's a teaching moment. If you're in the light program, our goal is for you to see that it works. You copy the trades while you're learning, so that you're walking away with positive pips. If you're walking away with positive pips, you're making money. But every morning, we do a live trade at 10 a.m., which tends to be a little scalp trade. We also do a live trade at 6 p.m., which is a long-term trade where he's typically going for 30 plus pips. And then every evening at 10 p.m. we do another live trade, typically a 10 plus pip trade, and they are trading at 10 p.m. Eastern time. It is morning time in Australia, so they're trading Australian pairs. Plus we have other paid sessions. And one of the great things about the program is that it is, we are teaching you all the time. We've got sessions every Wednesday evening, in addition to your one-on-one training, and we've got sessions on Saturday morning, back to the basics, where you get the opportunity to ask questions and just keep improving your skill. It's about continuous improvement. I like to trade off of a little checklist That checklist helps me kind of stay focused. Uh, good habit every day is to restart your green chart, keep the memory fresh. At the end of every trading day, it is good to review your trades of the day, specifically what you did or didn't do, specifically what you didn't do well. If a trade didn't go your way, we want to put a little time in and figure it out why it didn't go well. Sometimes you had everything lined up and the market just changed. But other times, there might have been a bad read, or there might have been you'll pick something up that, oh, when I see this and see this, the trade's not good. So that review of the day, again, to figure out what you could have done better is very important. As we are technical traders, which means we are trading based on the price action, news also impacts currency prices. So we want to know what that news is so that we can trade around it. Best place to find the news, or the place I like, is something called Forex Factory. It breaks news down into kind of three categories. Yellow is low impact, which I don't worry about. Orange is medium impact, which I tend not to worry about. And red is high impact. And high impact is I do worry about. And my goal is to make sure that I am not holding a pair that when a red high impact item comes up, I like to try to be out of it 2 hours beforehand, because frequently, especially on job reports or different kinds of published reports, that information tends to leak out a little bit before it's actually announced, and starts to move prices one way or the other. So I just want to be out of it 2 hours beforehand. We're at 7:30, or the next item coming up is 7:30 tonight, Tokyo Core CPI. So we've got nothing to worry about till 11:30 p.m. Any trade we're taking right now would be closed probably 2 hours before that. So we should be good. We have no news to worry about. The trade that we will be doing tonight is something called the 10-point trade. And it's basically tries to get all the lines to line up on the chart. If we get 7 out of 10 of the lines to line up, we have a good setup. So, and part of my trading strategy is I want to get in and out quickly. And my highest probability to get in and out quickly is if all three sections of the chart line up in some way. So that's what I'm looking for. I am trading primarily off of a 1 hour chart. This light 6 major chart is one of the standard layout charts. So I start with the middle section of the chart, where I am looking for the middle section is the majors and minors. I am looking for situations where the lines are either above the blue line pointing down, or below the red line, which is the overbought line, oversold line, and pointing up. So here we've got everybody pointing down. The problem here is it's pretty much run through the channel. It's starting to touch the green line is touching the oversold line. I will consider a trade as long as the green line is less than halfway. So here we've kind of run our course off of a 1 hour chart. You can get anywhere from 5 to 35 pips. I usually like to go for 3 10-pip trades. Sometimes after I've got 2 in the bank, I will consider taking a third with going for greater pips. Can I get 10 pips with this signal? Yes, I can. But again, my strategy or my trade plan is to get in and out quickly. and I've got a better chance of getting my 10 pips if I catch the lines up here going down versus catching them here going down. So to me, this is too far gone. Euro USD overbought. Everybody's going up. We took a trade setup tonight was a buy. I took it off of the 1 hour, excuse me, off of the 1 day chart, but this is supporting that. Maybe we'll get this before we go to bed tonight. Pound USD overbought, still going up. USD Canadian dollar oversold. Everybody's going up, and I have the double cross. And what I mean by the double cross is the green line is crossed over the red, the gray line is crossed over the black. So that's 3 points. 1, we're oversold. 2, everybody's going up, and 3, I've got that double cross. Now, the one thing I don't like about this setup, I like the steepness, gives like kind of a little extra plus to it, is that it's 6:30 now in the US and Eastern Canada. So the trading day is over. I want to have at least one of these pairs morning time, because that'll allow me to get in and out quicker. Off of a 1 hour chart, the volume is going to be very low, and it's going to take a longer time for the trade to execute. So this is a good signal. And then when I jump up to the TNTs to confirm it, the 2 orange lines are going up, supporting the buy signal here. Dotted blue is going down. The blue lines are inversely related. So when blue goes down, that means buy. So 3 out of the 4 are telling me buy. I've got weak down pressure. It's actually going sideways, but I do have the green line on top. So that is a point. So I've got 7 points here. 1 point here with the green on top. 3 points here with the majors and minors, and 3 points here with the TNTs. So the next thing to do would be to go on and confirm the setup, but I'm not going to take it because of the time of day that these 2 currency pairs are in. Europe Swiss franc oversold, and we've got a mixed signal with the majors going down, the minors going up. USD yen. It's approaching morning time in yen, so if this were a good signal, we could take this trade. Oversold, everybody's going down. So nothing there. So what I've done is I have cloned this chart, and I am with non-US pairs. The euro pound. Again, this is not a bad setup. I don't care as much that the minors, which are the black and gray lines, have run through the channel. I'm more interested in where the position of the majors are, which are the green and red lines. So they're just entering the channel. Everybody's pointing up. I've got the double cross. That is good. But interesting. I only have 2. Not even 2 points. This is slightly going up. Now it's going down. So we don't even have 3 points here. And now you can take a look. The slope of this green line went from just a minute ago, it was greater than 45 degrees. So when I say greater than 45 degrees, it was going up a little bit higher. Now it's less than 45 degrees. There's less slope here. So I don't like the slope of this line. The other reason we wouldn't have taken this one is because it is midnight in Europe and England, and it's 1 to 2 a.m. in Europe. So Australian dollar yen, we are just reaching oversold, so nothing here. European Canadian dollar just reaching overbought and going up, so nothing there. Australian New Zealand dollar, well, very similar to the Australian yen, just reaching oversold. It's a little further down. Everybody's still going down. Pound yen, minors are going down, majors are going sideways, so we're going to pass. Euro Australian dollar over bought and still going up. So nothing there from my setup. Again, is it possible to get 10 pips when we're overbought going up? Yes, it is. But that's just not part of my plan. I want to be very efficient when I do this. I want to be able to get in and get out. And I only need for that to happen 3 times a day, and I'm making very good money. Today, I took 2 trades, and actually both trades were last night. They were closed by the time I got up in the morning, and I was happy with it. I netted 25 pips off of that, one for 10 pips and another for 15 pips. Canadian dollar yen. Canadian dollar yen. Overbought. Majors going down. Minors going down. They've gone through the channel. So I got 3 points here. So I'm going to jump up to my TNTs. Thin orange is definitely going down. The thick orange is flat. It's at 0 and flat. Thick blue going up. So I only have 2 of the 4 here. I want to have 3 of the 4. Again, each of these sections are measuring something different. And when I can get all 3 to agree, that gives me the highest probability that the trade is going to do what I want. So right now it is a little, I like the steepness of the green line here. But our orange line is sideways. It's been at 0 the last 2 hours. It's at 0 this hour, and it was at 0 last hour. Well, let's think about, maybe we'll come back if we don't see anything. But technically, we don't have the setup that I want. Euro, New Zealand dollar overbought going up. Pound, New Zealand dollar overbought going up. New Zealand dollar, yen. It's okay, but the green line is a little bit more than halfway. Again, nice steepness here on the line, on the green line. And our orange line here has been, again, we only have 2 of the 3, or 2 of the 4. It's been at 0 for the last 3 hours. USD, New Zealand dollar, USD overbought. Everybody's going down. I don't like the steep here, the slopeness of the green line. It's less than 45 degrees. And we only have 2 of the 4 here. Only have 2 of the 4. The 2 orange lines are going down. Dotted blue is going sideways. And thick blue is going down, which means up. So, but I would have passed on it just because of the slope of the green line here. And also on the Euro CHF, we don't have agreement. The minors are going sideways. And even though this is kind of technically going down, I don't like it because we are going from, well, you can see there's 2 kinks in this line. We went from less steep to more steep to less steep. There's a kink here and a kink here. I don't like it anytime we go from more steep to less steep. So I'm going to pass. So let's go to our 4 major number 2, or 4 major. So again, just more pairs. I'm scanning to see the setup that I want. Oversold going down. Swiss franc, yen. we've got a mixed signal. Minors going down, majors are kind of going sideways. Euro yen, majors going sideways, minors going down. Pound, Australian dollar overbought, everybody's going up. New Zealand dollar, Swiss franc, more than halfway through the channel. In fact, we're touching oversold. And a Canadian dollar, Swiss franc. This is terrific steepness to the line. The only issue is it's more than halfway. Again, my rule is I want to catch it less than halfway, but the steepness of this line is very good. The steeper the line, the better the signal. The thin orange is going down, thick orange is sideways, so we only really have 1 point here. Two blue lines are going down, which are telling us buy. So nothing. So we've just gone through 24 pairs, didn't see a setup I like. We'll go back and take a look at the Canadian dollar yen in just a second. So I'm going to change. I am going to change up, and rather than use the 10-point signal, I'm going to switch over to a scalp trade, the thick orange line trade. And the thick orange line trade is looking at what the position of the thick orange line is. It's a scaled number, which is shown over here. And when it's as low as it can go, it's at 0. When it's at 0, it is telling us it doesn't think there's any more down in the movement. So that is a good time to buy. But the thing is, as we trade, we don't want to trade against one piece of information. I want something to confirm that indeed there's no more down in the movement, because you can see, had we taken a buy trade here, we may or may not have gotten it. It did jump up a little bit, but it's been at 0 for the 2 hours, and it came primarily down. So when I see 0 here, I want to see where the majors and minors are. And if these major and minor lines are well below the red line, when I have 0 and these lines are well below, that's a good trade. It's worth 5 pips all day long. And I want to take it when there is less than 5 minutes left in the trading hour. We've got 7 minutes. So we're going to scan through all of these and see if we see anything. So again, 0, but my majors and minors are still in the channel. When the majors and when the majors are still in the channel, this is telling me there's still more down. So maybe I'll even get a 3rd hour when this is 0. Look, the line is flat. Here, we're at 7.7. It's not 10. I want to catch it at either end, 0 or 10, or within 1 point of either end. So this would be good if this were at 10. These lines, specifically the red and green line, are well above the overbought line. So this is what I'm looking for over here where they're down. 1 isn't close enough. 5 isn't close enough. Interesting. 0.3. 0.3 is within 1, and we are way down here. So we've got part 1 of the signal and part 2 of the signal. Now our only issue is going to be what the spread is, because this is worth 5 pips. Let's go and take a look and see what the spread is. So that's AUD CAD. So I am going to look at my, I'm going to open up that chart. So I'm going to go File, New Chart. This is my MetaTrader 4. AUD, or excuse me, AUD CAD. So I'm going to go File, New Chart. AUD CAD is here. It's in that 3rd group over here. So I'm going to open it up and convert it to a 1-hour chart. Oh, normally on, say, the Euro USD, See how there's the fifth digit over, which is the point column? There's a difference of 2 here. This fourth column is the pip column. When we look at the Australian dollar, Canadian dollar, we're paying 3 pips. We're going from 64 to 67, paying 3 pips for a 5 pip trade. So we're giving away more than half to the broker. I don't want to give away more than half to the broker. I would consider on a 5 pip trade paying up to 1 pip in spread, because that means we got to make 3 pips before we even get back to break even. So we've got the signal here. If you are trading on the simulator is not taking into account the spread. You can go ahead and take this for 5 pips, 5 pip a buy with a 20 pip stop loss. 5 pip buy with a 20 pip stop loss. And what's going to happen is when the hour changes, because this is extended and this is extended, it's like pulling a rubber band where we're going to get a little snap when the hour changes. It may take up to an hour for that snap to come, but it'll be there. So we're going to pass on this because the spread now on the 10-point trade, will I pay 3 points or 3 pips for the spread? I might, depending on how many pips the trade is worth. So if it's worth like maybe 12 pips, I'll consider that. 0.3, yes, but look where my majors are. They're not close enough. 0.9, yes, but my majors are still on the channel. I want them down here. 0, yes, it's been 0 for 3 hours, but my majors, this is telling me there's still more down in the move, so I'm going to pass. 0.59 isn't close enough. 7 isn't close enough. 0, yes, but look where these guys are. They still got some down movement. This was that other trade we were looking at. Canadian dollar, yen. It's a little bit more than halfway, and we don't have. I'm going to pass. Let's keep looking. .8 isn't quite close enough. 0, yes, but my lines are way up here. 0, yes, they're just touching. The green line's just touching, but the red line isn't. I want the red line well beyond the red line for the majors, well below the red line for the overbought. 6 isn't close enough. 0, yes, but again, we're in the channel. 6.7, nothing. And then let's go to our US pairs and see if there's anything. 0, yes. Green is touching, but the red is nowhere near. 4 isn't close enough. 2 isn't close enough. 8 isn't close enough. 0, 0, 0. Yes. Yes. Let's go ahead and take a 5 pip buy on the USD Swiss franc. 5 pip buy on the USD Swiss franc. So I'm going to bring my my MetaTrader over. USD Swiss franc. I don't have that open, so I'm going to go to File, New Chart. USD Swiss franc. It's right up here, top one. Let's see the spread. The spread is half a pip. Based on how much, I'm going to then go to new order, which is on the second row. Click new order. USD Swiss franc. my lot size is going to be a function of how much is in the account. I've got $6,800 in this demo account. So I'm going to use a lot size of 0.68. I just moved the decimal place over 4. And I am going to click, what was it? It's a buy. So we are going to click market buy. I'm not going to worry about the stop loss and take profit. Now that it's recorded, I'm going to right click, go to modify. This is worth 5 pips. 5 pips equals 50 points. I click the blue button, it does the math for me. And on this trade, since it's accurate about 90% of the time, we're going to use a 4-to-1 stop loss. 20 pip stop loss, click the little red button, it does the math. And I like to make sure I get the full 5. So if I'm at 0.9919 and I'm going to add 5 to this, I'm going to go to 0.99247. 247 to get that full 5 pips. And I'm going to record it there. Some traders on this trade like to see this number change by 1. We didn't get that here. So let's go back. We went from zero to 0.6 or 0.45. Really like to see this change by 1 to go up over 1. So it's going to take us a little longer for that trade to close. We took one trade tonight using the thick orange line signal. It was a buy on the USD Swiss franc with a take profit of 0.99247, 0.99247, and a stop loss of 0.98992, 0.98992. I've got a question. Artel, the broker, the broker we have you use when you're trading company funds is a broker called Forex Turnkey. They are located in the United Kingdom in England. We have done significant due diligence on them, and we have you trade at a leverage of 200 to 1. They will open an account for citizens of the United States and citizens of Canada. So that's Turnkey Forex. Will open an account for you. If you are trading, if you haven't been trained and you are trading, trade using the demo account, because we're only showing you a small fraction of the tools, and we don't want you losing your money. So you need a little bit more education. But the good news is we are here to educate you. We are very good at educating you. I've been trading about 3 years, and I've become quite good. And if I can do it, you can do it. If you have any questions, I am happy to answer them for you. Schedule some time with me at forexsmarttrade.com/schedule, forexsmarttrade.com/schedule. And we will be here again tomorrow morning at 6:30 a.m. Looking for another trade. Usually we have a little bit more luck in the morning. Thanks so much. We will see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.